Mary Rouse, junior guard, Yorkville, Illinois.
Alexis Brown, senior guard, Belleville, Illinois.
I'm from the area, so I knew about St. Francis. And then when I came on tour here and I walked around, it just really seemed like the right fit for me.
I'm not from the area, so Sam found me actually playing AAU basketball in high school. And I also came here and I took a tour and I felt like it was also the right fit for me.
My style is definitely to just be aggressive. If things aren't going well for me offensively, then I just make up for it with defense and hustle.
My style is more playing faster. I love the transition game and pushing the ball because I feel like that's where I excel the most. I think that my strengths are that I can either drive the ball or shoot the ball, so my defender really has to just play me honest. They can't force me to do one thing or the other because I feel like I can do both pretty well.
I'm only 5'6", and I rebound the ball pretty well, so they don't really expect it from me. So my strength would be to I can rebound and catch other players off guard because they aren't expecting it. My role as captain is to advocate for the other players. If they have a problem or there's something going on and we need to talk to coach about it, then they can come to me, and they all know they can come to me. So my style is to listen to what everyone has to say, and then if a decision needs to be made, then I'll be the first one to make that decision.
I think my biggest role as a senior is just to encourage the younger players. I feel like it's easy to get discouraged because you're coming from the high school level to the college level, so the style of play is very different, and sometimes they get kind of frustrated when they're not doing as well as they feel like they could. So just to encourage them and always remind them to keep their head up and keep trying hard.
Everyone is so dedicated. I would have to say everyone has a goal in mind, and that's to win every game. Last year we really struggled, so sometimes we would give up, but this year every single player on the team is just ready to win. So I think that's the biggest difference.
I think as a team this year we're way closer than we were last year. I feel like everyone has a common goal in mind, as Mary said, and we're not focusing on individual play. We're all for each other this year.
The closeness of our team, we're really unselfish, we're willing to pass the ball, and everyone is looking out for each other, not just themselves. So I think our biggest success is just being a team.
I feel the same way, and I feel like we bring that closeness to practice every day, and we're always pushing each other to do our best and try our hardest. So most of our practices are really good practices, and I feel like in order to be a great team, you have to have great practices. For me, I feel like we have a target on our back, so we know that every game our opponent is going to bring their best game because they want to beat us and give us our first loss. So I feel like we always have to bring our A game.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that statement. Every game, the teams, you notice they come out and they play you a little bit harder. If we take 1 second off, then they're right back there with us. We just can never give up or take a downtime.
I think, as I mentioned before, to always have great practices because we know that if we don't have a great practice that someone else is, and with that being said, they can always, defeat us if we don't practice as hard as they're practicing. We always have to match the level of intensity of our opponents and always practice hard.
And because we're such a good team this year, if one player is down or is upset during the game, you notice we really have to pick each other up, otherwise that'll negatively affect us.
I think our goal is to go to nationals, of course, and make some noise at nationals. We would love to win the national tournament, so because we haven't been since I've been here, so that's a great goal for the team, I believe.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. We're off to a great start, so that's our main goal in mind. We're all aiming for that, so each We have little goals throughout the season, and that's just to keep winning. You can expect a great game to come out and watch. We're always going to give it our all, and we're not going to quit. We're going to try to win every single game, so the fans can expect a great show.
I think our fans can expect a lot of energy from starters to bench players. I feel like whoever comes in the game, they always play their hardest and brings a lot of intensity.